blinking on top of the gates. King of Light resumes this afternoon. They're off in the Idyllic Prince, and Pike got him out of the gates very quickly. King of Light jumped best, but headed off by Snowdome. Man Crusher jumped well, and Final Siren pressing on as well. Snowdome will lead them though when they complete 250. Getting back Fluoro Neuro down on the inside of Ginger Baker. Boots Like Bruce, and then Rockinorian back there with those without Reg as they leave the 1,000 behind them. Going to the top of the course, the Grey Galloper Snowdome leading the way for Brad Parnham. 3/4 the break, Final Siren. Man Crush getting a beautiful toe into the race down the side. And then came the fave. King of Light, he's up there. He's beautifully placed. He's travelling fourth. He's about 2.5 to 3 lengths from Snowdome at the 600. Ginger Baker next outside of Fluoro Neuro. Further back in the field, Rockinorian without Reg, and last of all, the old boy Boots Like Bruce. And so as they reach the 400 mark, and Pike's coming around heels with King of Light. Snowdome spins off the corner. It's Snowdome, a length and a half. Final Siren. Here comes King of Light. Down on the inside is Man Crush. Further back, Fluoro Neuro. But King of Light with 150 to go. Storms up, grabs the lead, dashes away. A length and a half to Snowdome, followed then by Ginger Baker. But King of Light makes a resounding return to racing. King of Light, too good. One from Ginger Baker, I thought might have got second to no Snowdome. Fluoro Neuro ran fourth. Behind the Man Crush, Boots Like Bruce, and without Reg, Rockinori further back. And Final Siren has dropped out to finish near enough to being the last of them home in the Idyllic Prince. Well, once he was able to lob right there in that spot we like to call the sweet seat, the race was his for the taking, and he has delivered. It was a tight go for second between Ginger Baker, Snowdome. There won't be much in that. Almost a dead heat. Fluoro Neuro fourth in. But once Pike was able to get him out the way that he did from the barrier, lob one out with cover, just come off heels, make sure that he was able to extend. No traffic issues at any stage. And the Earthlight 4-year-old makes it win 6 from 7 runs. Only defeat the Group 1 Northerly. And he was at the end of his tether after a blistering spring. Returns today in very good fettle for Carol Morton, Nev Bonica, Bill Beeman, AJ Anderson, A. McAllister, Miss S. Andrews, P. Black, P. Clark, M. Cruz, Mrs. S. Hewitt, Mrs. D. Pratt, and the R&M group. And great to see him back there in the style that he has returned this afternoon, King of Light. Now, second, tight go. That goes to Snowdome, number 2, Brad Parnham. Third, number 3, Ginger Baker. It's 9, 2 and 3 after the photo for second. Fluoro Neuro fourth in. A length and a half and nose were margins. The time is 1:17.92. Last event today, the Willie Pike Racing Hall of Fame inductee, Will coming back aboard, and of course inducted tonight at the Hall of Fame. We congratulate him, and certainly a day here that he'll remember too. He's absolutely riding them for fun today before he goes to the awards tonight to claim his 16th jockey's title, and he's aboard a very, very good 4-year-old on return here, Locke.
Thanks, Darren. A really nice win from King of Light as Dan Morton joins me now. Dan, all throughout the week you spoke of the fact that he needed to win this and win this stylishly in order to book his ticket over onto the East Coast. What are your first impressions of that?
Yeah, well, I was impressed. To be honest, I was a little bit nervous. So probably not nervous, but if he was vulnerable today, the way the track was playing, he's probably a better horse. Maybe a pair further back. But he got the job done. We'll just let the dust settle on it though, and have a chat to the connections, and have a think about what we do next.
Between his last trial and today, you applied the crossover noseband. How important has that been to see the result that we've seen here today?
Yeah, it was just an inkling. He does wear it track work all the time. He's never raced in it, but he just, in that last trial especially, he's had a tendency to just get in on him. I'm not sure if it made a difference or the horse just went straight. I'm not sure, but we took that chance.
We know the ultimate aim throughout this campaign is potentially a Golden Eagle. How many more starts would he have before heading across, or how many starts would he have before the Golden Eagle?
That's still to play out. I probably won't race him again here, but like I say, we'll just let the dust settle. BJ and I'll map out a bit of a program and if we're still happy, say come mid next week, then we'll maybe put him on a plane.
Is he a better horse now, 8, 9, 10 months later than what we saw throughout the Summer Carnival?
He's naturally matured. He's obviously, we've always held him in high regard, but he's come back good. So it's a fair way off. 9 months between races, they can't always come back and just be sharp for you. So I was happy with that.
A great result here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's Dan Morton after the win of King of Light, and here's Willie Pike.
Willie Pike joins us now. In the words of Lockie Taylor, job well done.
Yeah, cheers. Look, if I'd known he was going to step like that out the barriers, I probably wouldn't have been so negative earlier in my comments. So, yeah, look, once he stepped clean like that, I was so happy. We were just in a great position. It was a test to him. I don't think he's ever sat on the speed like that. So I was like, midway through the run, I went, oh, well, buddy, we're going to see how you like this. And he didn't care. I got there too early. Everything was but it didn't matter. He was too good for them.
Turns today as a 4-year-old, weight for age as well. First up, if there was ever going to be a dodgy one out of him, it probably was today, but he comes through in flying colours.
He did. Look, I was the same. I thought stepping up to weight for age at 1200, thought he'd be vulnerable. Definitely not the A graders out there today. We're well aware of that. But I still did think at some stage I might be off the bridle and sort of looking a little bit sketchy. But as I said, if I hadn't known he was going to step like that, I would have just said, don't worry, guys, keep putting it on.
Watching that recent trial, it looked like he wanted to get in underneath you, wanted to lay in. What was he like today in the home straight?
No, he was much better today. He did in the trial. He wanted to hang in quite a lot. The noseband's on there today. I don't know if that was it or not, but it worked, so it'll be staying. Yeah, he was much better. He does have a tendency to want to lug in a fraction, but it was 100 times better than his trial.
Now, no pressure, but Pike in the last, on the day that you get inducted into WA Racing Hall of Fame, there would be nothing more iconic.
Yeah, I hope so. Racing very rarely has fairy tales, so I've got to go earn it. I've got a good barrier. I think it's a nice soft draw for my horse, who's just probably been a smidge on the disappointing side. Good barrier, fence is red hot. If I can get my way through, I think we'll look the winner at some stage.
4's good, a handful's better. Good luck.
Cheers.
There's Willie Pike. He has just dominated proceedings here at Belmont Park this afternoon, and very, very excited to continue to follow the progress of the exciting 4-year-old in King of Light. He's back this afternoon and back in a big way in taking out the Idyllic Prince Stakes. But we'll now head to Newman for one of their feature races. It's the Newman Sprint over 1,200 metres. They're about to begin the loading process, but Royal Zell, your favourite at $4.40, and Catalpa, a $5.50 chance, whilst Hit the Jackpot is at $6. Michael, what do you like in the Newman Sprint?
Each way of the day for me was Border Control here, Lockie. 2, 8, 5 and 3. Last start he was wide throughout in that Broome Sprint. This is an easier race than that. He won quite impressively at both Roeburn and Port Hedland his previous starts, and I thought he'd land in the first 2 or 3 here. He's versatile, he's a proven commodity, and after Tara Athenan's claim, and Tara's going from strength to strength, I thought he got in with a winnable 61 kilos. So 2, Border Control